What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It has been too long. I've been too busy with things like school and looking for a job, so please pardon the brief hiatus from the consistency of the videos that I was pumping out when it was summertime. But nonetheless, we're back today. We're gonna be doing a pretty simple squat workout, right? So not a ton of volume. We're gonna work up to 4 singles, so 4 sets of 1, all at like 88% maybe. So for me, based off a 1 rep max of 415, that's gonna be around 360, I believe. Maybe less than that. I'll have to have it all in an Excel sheet here. 82%, so like 340 for 4 singles. So fairly easy. I think this is more so to build comfortability and just kind of starting to prime the CNS. Next week, I definitely am gonna film. We have some high percentage workouts. We're gonna be doing like 92% AMRAP of like bench, squat, and deadlift throughout the week. I've already warmed up my adductors a little bit, done some backwards treadmill walking. I'm gonna do kind of some barbell warming up. Look at under here, just kind of get a feel for the weight. I've been suffering. I've been working through a lot of different kind of little tweaks and pains recently. I don't know what that's attributed to, maybe just doing this 5 days a week, but my wrist, I think I sprained it a little bit, partly due to the low bar position. I was like cranking it way too far back. There was something in my shoulder, I think that's relieving a little bit. I think it was just a under prepared rotator cuff, so we're making sure to stretch that out more and more as we go. And I'll probably pause here in a second because I do need to and see great benefit from warming up my back. So I'm just gonna go hit some lat pull downs or something like that. Just because of all that weight on my back, I gotta open up my entire upper body. So I'm gonna go hit something like that, and I'll be right back, and then we'll start squatting. Okay, so the extent of the back warming up was a quick gauntlet of some straight bar pullovers, some wide grip lat pull downs, and some face pulls, really emphasizing getting this opened up. And I'll probably still be doing some like doorway stretches in between my warm-up sets, but we're about to start getting ready to, actually squat. Literally only 4 reps, so trying to make this relatively quick. Feels about like it should. So we're gonna load up some plates now. Go ahead and put 1 plate on. Not a huge fan of these like bumper plates, because yeah, they all weigh the same at the end of the day, but because they're so thicker and bulkier, they stick out farther away from the center of this barbell, or any barbell, I guess. It's gonna make it have a little more rotational inertia, so it's gonna be a little harder to maneuver. Not by a lot, but definitely noticeable, especially if you've been using like thin calibrated kilo plates for a while. You're gonna notice how much, and if it does start like spinning like this on your back, it's gonna be a lot harder to stop it. If you are switching from like thin metal plates to these like bulky bumper ones, and you notice that maybe 315 on here feels a little more difficult than it does back home or whatever, it's not completely in your head. Now it's the same amount of weight, but there are more factors that come into play with how something feels, just how much more weight there is. The dispersion of that weight is very important. bouncy today. I tend to go probably a little deeper than I need to for competition standard, but I feel like I just get such a good stretch reflex out of the bottom that it's worth it to go that low. You know, and better stretch overall anyway. So if you're into the hypertrophy thing, there's that as well. So felt pretty good. We're gonna go up to probably do 1 plate, 2 plate, 2.5, 3, and a 340 for singles. Here's when I actually put my knee sleeves over my knees. It's about 2 plates. And then at around, usually 3 plates I put on a belt. So it's kind of my little routine I follow. And then anything after the bar. So like starting at 135, I start putting on the wrist wraps because, I mean, the low bar position just, it's an absolute fryer if you're not ready for it on your wrist. So I've also been implementing another cue that Sam, you guys have seen Sam before, has instilled upon me, is that on the unrack, yes, you want to be as tight as possible, but once you get it unracked, loosening up that tension, at least in the back, is almost beneficial to where it lets the bar kind of sink down, allow your wrist to fall into a more natural position rather than one that you're just forcing so heavily. So we'll see if I can't show you that in practice here. All right, see how look, I'm tight. I let it relax as I walk out. It feels pretty good. So the closer and closer I get to my working weight, it's gonna be more so like 1, maybe 2 reps at that jump. And it's going to be trying to emulate the top set as much as possible. So I'm not looking to move this incredibly fast. Ideally, no matter the weight on the bar, all my reps look the same. I'm basically gonna try and make it look like it's my top set of, one of my top sets of just 1 rep. Obviously, it's gonna be easier, but I think there's importance in having replicability in your rep. I mean, practice makes near perfect, so. Very hydraulic. Do that one more time with 315, and then it's showtime. Here we go. 315. Honestly, I'm expecting we're gonna be not doing 1 rep maxes next week, but we're gonna be doing 92% AMRAP. And then based on that, we can use a calculator to determine a perceived 1 rep max. And I'm thinking my squat and bench especially have gone up at least significantly to the fact where a lot of my working sets really don't feel that hard. Yesterday was bench, 265 triple was like nothing. And then 245 doubles, also nothing. And they weren't supposed to be that hard, but the fact that I'm able to do that with such ease, I don't know. So hopefully tomorrow's a good week. I mean, it's pretty easy at this point, which is good. So we're just gonna do that 4 more times with what, 25 more pounds? No, 15, 25 more pounds. All right, feeling pretty good about these next 4 reps. Next 4 sets of 1 rep.
That's fine, because that's a real ball.
All right, felt pretty good. Let's do that 3 more times. So if you do any sort of specific powerlifting strength training and you have something programmed, like 4 sets of 1, it's basically giving you 4 opportunities to do the best rep possible. That goes to your walk up, your unrack, your walk out, your brace, your execution, and your re-rack. So this is a manageable enough weight to where I can think about those things and keep them paramount while still getting good work in. How would I do, guys? Sorry guys, not a lot to say when I'm doing the same thing 4 times. So you'll just have to enjoy the view. Last set, best set. Hopefully this will look identical to my first set. Nice. Felt great. We have pause squats after this, so not as entertaining, but you know, it's all part of the plan. As you can see, I have shed one of the blue plates. Luckily, it dropped down exactly 90 pounds the way my percentages worked out, but we're gonna do this for 3 sets of 4 pause. Let's see how long that pause is. Just a 2-second pause in the hole and like a slightly slower eccentric. This should feel like a breath of fresh air after losing, you know, like 20% of that weight.
I'm gonna start crying.
Mike.
My daddy, look. My daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
Last set of the squats. This may or may not be the end of the video, or at least the gym portion of the video if I decide to do any food or day in the life type stuff after. So all I have to do left is hamstring curls, and it's kind of crowded over there. You guys have seen my hamstrings a million times, so. There you go. That'll quench your thirst for now. But yeah, these pause squats feel, surprise, surprise, a lot lighter. It's good. We're gonna finish strong, not get lazy, hold good form and technique throughout these. Might even stretch after. Oh, J-Bad lift stretching. Go buy a lottery ticket. Squats are done. Like I said, guys, that's it for my squat workout. I'm gonna go do hamstrings. I'll try my best to keep you guys updated on what's going in my body the rest of the day. So, a lot of protein, probably a little more caffeine, And then maybe if you guys want, I'll show you my schoolwork. Doubt it though. Yeah, see you guys later. Squat vlog out. Welcome back, gym vlog. So we are no longer at the gym. We're in the very humble apartment kitchen. And right now, it's a little before noon. We're gonna whip up pretty much meal number one. So before training today, all I had was electrolytes, 2 bananas, and pre-workout. I usually eat a late meal the night before, so like I had pasta and a bunch of Greek yogurt and stuff, so I feel like I still have good enough amount of energy to sustain a workout with something minimal like that. And I don't really like to eat heavy in the morning. So now I'm making meal one, which is breakfast, and it is pretty much a calorie protein nuke because I'm gonna be quite busy from the hours of like 1 to like 5, so I'm not really gonna have another chance to eat until later, and then I'll only have a brief window because I have another late class tonight that absolutely sucks. But right now, I'm just making the same exact thing I made for 3 days straight. So if you hear that whirring, I have 2 hash browns going down in this air fryer over here. And what else is about to go down is pretty much a breakfast sandwich. So it's gonna be 1 bagel, 2 eggs, 4 slices of turkey bacon, a little bit of cheese. Started adding these sweet heat jalapenos, which are phenomenal. And of course my Cholula. And then on the side of that, we're gonna be doing a big tall glass of OJ. Really been on the OJ train recently. And then likely 1 or 2 Greek yogurts and maybe a piece of fruit. So like I said, high calorie, high protein, high satiety, a little bit higher in fat too, which plays into the satiety. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing now. Afterwards, I have to go to the library. I do some tutoring in my free time to make some money. So we'll do that. Then we'll go to our control systems class. Come back home. Probably won't be able to have enough time to eat and film it. But I just have some, I'll show you now. I just have some baked potatoes in there, and then these like pork loin things that I got from the store that were on sale. So pretty much try to eat like a dog as much as I can throughout the week. And on the weekends, I give myself a little more leeway on if I want to, like, I don't know, go try out a new restaurant or get like Mexican or something like that. But yeah, that is that. I will catch you guys later. Now, here it is in its full glory. Bacon, egg, and cheese with a hash brown on it, jalapenos, an extra hash brown, got a Greek yogurt, a golden kiwi, and a tall glass of OJ. So that is what J-Bad Lifts is eating after he squats. I'll keep you guys updated, hopefully, on what the rest of the day entails. But I'm gonna eat this, shower, and then head to the library. Don't mind the audio. I couldn't be bothered to put the mic on for just such a brief thing, but I was gonna show you guys my dinner. Or second meal of the day. It looks pretty large. That's because it is, right? So this is pre-made, like not pre-made, like pre-seasoned, like bacon pork loin or something. It was on sale at Kroger. I don't know. Decent amount of protein. It's actually a little bit leaner than I thought it was going to be, given it's like pork and has bacon on it. And 2 small/medium baked potatoes, and I had some aged cheddar that I threw on there and melted down. So washing it down with some milk, and I should probably eat a fruit as well, so I might have this. I didn't eat it earlier. And some honey mustard, which is actually pretty good. Lower calorie, not that low, but definitely better than like ranch dressing or Chick-fil-A sauce. But yeah, this should offer a lot of protein, a lot of satiety, because I don't really know if I'm gonna eat another meal again tonight. If I do, probably won't be as glamorous, might just be like little Greek yogurts or something like that. But yeah, that is meal number 2, if you don't count the bananas I had before the gym. So yeah, if I remember or eat anything later, I will check in again. Food vlog out.